Today we're going to start looking at pages 31 and 32. Looking at page 31, number 1 is going to be pretty straightforward. Nickels are obviously worth 5 cents. And let me add that in there just as a quick reminder. And we have dimes that are worth 10 cents and quarters that are worth 25 cents. Hopefully students know this by now. We've been talking about it in class, and that should help a little bit. The one that I'm going to talk about is how do you figure out that 17 quarters down at the bottom. One of the things that might help is having students think about doing it as a ratio table. So I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to kind of turn this right here into a ratio table where it's going to say number of quarters and cost. And if we can remember the fact that 4 quarters is equal to $1, that will help us remember if we double this, that $1 doubled is going to actually be $2. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to say to myself, well, I see that I have 8 plus 4. Wow, 8 plus 4. I know what 8 plus 4 is. It's 12. So I'm going to take these two numbers, I'm going to add them together, and I'm going to find out that's $3. And then I'm going to say to myself, oh, okay, I see 12 quarters plus 4 quarters. So I know that's 16 quarters. So 16 quarters is going to be $4. That's only 1 quarter away. So 16 quarters, that's $4. 17 quarters, I need to add 25 cents to that $4 to give me $4.25. One thing that I'm noticing that students are doing is as we talk about how to fill in these arrays, some of them are getting very good at understanding the multiplication behind it, and some of them need a little extra help. So one thing I've told some students to do is I said put your finger on the two sides. And when you put your finger on those two sides, that's going to, when you pull them together, that's going to tell you what you need to do. So 4, we're going to bring over to the center, and 10 we're going to bring over to the center, and we know it's 4 times 10 equals 40. Same thing again, we're going to take this 4, and we're going to pull it all the way over here, and this 4 up here, and we're going to pull it down here. 4 times 4 equals 16. So when we add those two together, 40 plus 16, we get 56. The top part of page 32 is just a continuation from what we did on the other page. There are a couple of things I would recommend that students do. The first is I would recommend them labeling. So here I count 5 units, so I'm going to put a 5. My strip is always 10, and my units over here are 3. That's going to help them when it comes time to actually draw out these rectangular arrays. I'm going to say 5 times 10, 5 times 3, and then over here we're going to say 5 times 10, and we've actually been talking about parentheses, plus 5 times 3. If they can add those parentheses, that's an extra bonus. Then we go ahead and add it up. Our total is 65. The last problem for our challenge is asking kids to think of how many different ways are there to make 30 cents using pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Okay. So what is it asking us to do? It's asking us to find the total number of ways. And it's giving us some choices as far as how we're going to solve it. Guess and check, draw a diagram, make a table, or other. My suggestion, while any of them work, is definitely to make a table as a way to make sure you don't forget anything. And how I would do it is I would do pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and then over here I would write the word total. And as I make this chart, I'm going to go ahead and start filling it in. Well, I could do 30 pennies, and that's going to give me 30 cents. Or I could do 1 nickel and 25 pennies, and that would give me 30 cents. Or I could do 20 pennies and 2 nickels, and you're going to keep going. It's going to take a lot more space than we have here. After I run out of the pennies and nickels, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, oh, now I could do pennies with dimes or pennies with quarters. So if I did 1 dime, that would still give me 20 and give me my total again of 30 cents. Maybe I end up with then 2 nickels and 10, and then obviously 3 and 0. And I would really focus on just pennies with each of them individually, and then from there you could start doing your combinations of nickels and dimes or nickels and quarters, and kind of work from there.